DKB Studio. We're back for part 2 of the painting my desk for the sake of free will and whimsy. I'm basically taking today's stream and going to act like I'm Bob Ross if Bob Ross was a girl who just rented a room for the first time in 2 years. Who have we got in the chat? Random FPV, Kevin Mack, Chloe Exquisite, The Momerator, David T. What's up? What DIY has the Momerator been doing? She's been doing all type of DIYs. She's fixing up her house to sell it. So all type of DIYs. Get Bob and Molly. Yeah, I'm gonna start painting immediately so that we don't end up like last week where I was like yapping the whole beginning and didn't get to painting. But I do have a lot of stuff to tell you guys. It has been a pretty absurd week, honestly. Pretty absurd. One piece of the absurdity you guys might have noticed on my ears, there's little white tissues. And that's because I got contact dermatitis and went to the urgent care on Thursday from a pair of stupid earrings that claimed they were organic but caused my ears to immediately become inflamed upon entry. Yay! Time for Saturday Fun. We got Victor Kreitner, Mars. Hell yeah! Are you stoned? No, I'm high on life. Whatever this existence is. We're gonna get a glass of water ready for washing the brushes. Vu wants to see my neck burn. Yeah, honestly, I will show you guys the neck burn. It doesn't look nearly as bad as it did when it first happened. It's crusty, you know, it's got a scab, so, but other than that, it's not too bad. Molly had a busy week. Yeah, I did have a busy week. Oh, I think I'm not on all messages. A VR video? Yeah, I haven't made a VR video in a minute. I have been making all type of random videos, and then this week I made the ASMR video, the aloe one. Yeah, the aloe did help the burn a lot. It's like genuinely a lot better. And I think the aloe helped my ears a bit too. I had a crazy week, and honestly, while I paint, I'll just give you guys the story time of like basically starting last week's stream. Oh, not VR like virtual reality. VR as in Victoria Rose. Oh, I actually don't think I'm familiar. Also, at first I was thinking I should cover my ear bandages, but I'm having a weird hair day, so maybe we'll just do a little pun. Yeah, honestly, I've been kind of going through it lately, as you guys could probably guess. The whole everything of my life has been very shook up, so that's why I decided to do a very chill, very low-key, slow self-care video this week. Ah, thank you, Homelander. Sent 12 Canadian dollars and said, money for the hospital visit. Get better and stay safe. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just like taking things easy on myself, taking things slow, because I was going, I was going ham throughout this past week and just really pushing myself. But now I realized the universe is asking me to slow down. The universe is asking me that over and over again, and I've been not listening, and it just keeps saying it louder and louder. I was last Saturday on the stream painting, and then after the stream went to a pretty cool party, and that was fun. And then on Sunday had therapy, and then Sunday evening went to drum circle, and there was a whole big scene and drama at drum circle between multiple different people and myself. It was Sunday was a fucking shit show at drum circle. It was not good vibes. It was pretty horrendous, but I was like, okay, that's okay. That's okay. It's expected. There's just drama playing out in my life as usual. But then the dramas just kept on coming, and they kept on coming. And now, this weekend, I'm staying my ass inside. I did not go to drum circle yesterday. I was like, you know what, universe, I hear you. I need to just sit down and chill out for a bit. After the dramas at Sunday's drum circle, we had Cully Cat's birthday on Tuesday. She had her birthday party, and so we prepped pretty much all Monday. Like, we had a crazy day Sunday with all the drama at drum circle, and then Monday went straight into party prep. Tuesday did the birthday party, and I shit you not, I told this story in the ASMR video right now, but I had to like whisper it so I couldn't fully tell it because it was an ASMR video. But I was dancing with my dragon staff. Our friend Johnny's DJing. Like, it was a fun, cute vibe all around. And there was this guy who, okay, I'll explain his POV after mine. For my experience, I was just dancing, I was in my flow, and then I feel this really hard object knock me right in the head, like right here where my hair is parted, and there was a huge lump. It took me a second to even realize. I was like, I literally just stopped dancing and was standing there with my mouth open, just like in disbelief, like wondering, did I get hit right now? Or am I imagining that? You know, I was communing with some plant spirits at the time, so I'm like, did that actually just happen? Or am I tripping? Did I get hit in the head with a heavy metal object? But then I started wondering if I was bleeding, and so I went and walked over to like the DJ booth and where my friends were, but then there was a bunch of people pointing at me, like pointing flashlights at me, because at this point it's like dark and everyone's like, are you okay? So then I was just embarrassed and crying. The guy who hit me with the thing did it on accident. It was a copper water bottle. Oh, thank you, NyQuil, for the $4.99. Thank you so much. Oh, and Victor said, sometimes the vibes just are off with people and it spreads like wildfire. Yeah, the vibes have been off the past week. It's been fucking weird, man. It's been tricky shit to navigate. The guy who threw the water bottle lid did it on accident, and he was super sorry after. But he kept apologizing over and over again, and I was like, please just leave me alone. Please just leave me alone. He's like, what can I do to make this up to you? And I'm like, what you can do is leave me the fuck alone and let me just be in pain by myself. I don't know this guy, barely. I mean, I've seen him around at the temple, but yeah, it's just like weird fluke shit. Like, what are the odds? I wasn't even close to him. I was like 20 feet away, dancing in the dark. And he said that he was like kneeled down, swinging his water bottle lid around his finger, and then it just accidentally flung off. So yeah, it happened to fly directly towards my head, and I'm like, literally, what are the odds? The odds are so low that I just can't help but think that everything is always messages from the universe. You could have sang your what the fuck song. That's so funny. I honestly, there was multiple times throughout the week where that was the song that was playing in my, you know, in my head, because it's been a what the fuck kind of week. The Volkswagen is still broken, by the way. And yeah, okay, moving on from me getting bonked in the head, which ultimately ended up with me just like sitting down for the rest of the party, because low-key I was wondering if I had a fucking concussion. I was all dizzy and stuff. I'm like so disoriented. The guy found a new way to introduce himself. So, to clear that up, I had actually met him before already at the temple. Like, he also goes to Kirtan. And so I was like, I don't know, vaguely knew him, but damn, like, copper water bottle lid to the head. And it was not a small water bottle lid. Like, okay, if you look at my water bottle lid, like, you see how big this is? Imagine this, but metal, and smacking you in the head from 20 feet away. Fucking insane. My spiritual shield flow state to protect me at the time. Kevin Mack, I wish my spiritual shield, I wish my spiritual shield protected me from that. I got knocked. But anyway, honestly, compared to the other shit that has happened this week, that's fairly minor. Cully Cat is such a trooper. She was with me. She's actually who encouraged me to go to urgent care on Thursday. I was like, I'm not going to the doctor. They're just gonna try and give me antibiotics, which they did, but I'm not taking them yet because I don't think I need them. This has happened to me before, this ear thing, and it happened from the same thing that it did last time. I was like in college and ordered these super cute wooden earrings. I've had stretched ears, like gauges, for over 10 years. I've had them for a long time, and you have to be really careful with what gauges you buy, because sometimes they'll say organic, but they will have like a weird chemical coating on the wood to make it shiny. Basically, you know, like a wood varnish type thing. So I have had multiple pairs of wooden plugs over time, and one other time this did happen where I was like, got nasty ears that are all swollen and crusty and itchy and gross for like a week, and it was so embarrassing. And after that, I was super careful about what wooden plugs I bought, But this time I guessed wrong, I guess, because here I am with the same problem. It's contact dermatitis. But the doctor was like saying, no, it looks like an infection. And I'm like, it's not. It's literally a chemical blistering. So yeah, I know in the comments of the video premiere you guys said you wanted to see my ears, but like, I can tell you, you probably don't. Not that I care about people thinking I look good lately, but like, this is just straight up nasty. Aw, coming home to Maui Wednesday. That'll be cool, Orion. -1 degree Celsius. Jeez, random FPV. Hey, Tyson Ash. Top of the morning. The mom reader said, he hit on her alright. Yeah, he hit on me for sure. Girl, take the antibiotics. Girl, no, I'm not trying to. So, my ears are already improving. They have improved since Thursday without the antibiotics. So, I don't want to go on a round of antibiotics and then be feeling like shit for 10 days when my ears are already starting to get better in a few days, you know? I don't like antibiotics. They mess up your, like, your internal ecosystem. They mess up your flora, your natural, we all have bacteria that lives inside of us and all over us, as well as a bunch of water bears, tardigrades. It's like Whoville. Like, if you imagine Whoville, but a ton of, like, very small unicellular organisms. And I don't want to just murder my entire inner world and have to rebuild it again. So I trust my body to fight this off. I trust my body will heal it. People are telling me to take them. Aw, you seem to be so happy since you've been there. I'm really liking having a room, it turns out. Like, okay, for example, right now, being able to just be like painting and knowing that I have enough Wi-Fi, like, and that my phone's not gonna overheat, and that no one's gonna, like, you know, walk up and bother me because I'm in public. You know, there's a lot of perks, and like being able to have like recovery time, just being inside. Like, Horton here's a who in Whoville. Exactly. Like, that's exactly what I'm thinking of. The speck. The whole world that exists on the speck. That's how it's like. That's how it is in real life, except they're not who's. They're little bacterias and amoebas and shit. Dapo Glass asked if I have ever tried glass gauges. Yes, I have. I have some really cute glass plugs on Big Island. So, here's the thing. I have a bunch of gauges and I love them so much. I only brought one pair with me to Maui because, like I've told you guys before, when I came here to Maui this time around, I thought it was to help my partner pack and turn right around and we would move to Big Island together and live happily ever after. But then I got here and he wasn't ready to leave, not even close. And so we spent weeks packing and sorting, and then he ended up moving into my van with me because he wasn't able to get off Maui yet, but also didn't have anywhere to be on Maui. And so then I was like, well, I guess I'm just here now, because to me, like, my relationship was more important to me than being on Big Island. So I was like, okay, I'd rather be here and with my partner than there, and, you know, us both be alone and struggling. So I stayed, and then we got in a bunch of fights, and everything was too stressful, and we fell apart, and now we're broken up. But during that whole process, I ended up being on Maui for now, like, I don't know, 2 fucking months or something, which was not the plan. And last week, I lost one of my earrings, of the only pair that I brought to Maui with me, the only pair I packed. So I ordered the new ones, and now they have fucked my ears. But honestly, I have so many cute pairs of earrings on Big Island that I'm not even gonna bother ordering another pair. I'm gonna just wait till I go back to Big Island and wear a pair that I trust, that I've had for a while. So for now, I'm just rocking the paper towel earrings. The straw that broke the camel's back. Yeah, the camel was weak for a while. That camel's been struggling for a minute. Do you not run into him? I do. Okay, so honestly, that was the drama on Sunday, was that I did run into him, and it ended up being a scene. But someone commented about the gecko, so I want to, oh yeah, random FPV. This gecko I painted after the stream, and I did the little frame around it. I started this gecko on the stream last week, but then we went for 3 hours and I barely got any painting done. So I just went ahead and did this off stream because I felt like it, and I love how it turned out. Right now I'm working on painting a big durian. I think it was Kevin Mack. Either Kevin Mack or Chloe Exquisite recommended the durian. Occasionally I sport the paper towel nose ring when I get a bloody nose. Yeah, we are fashion buddies, because I've many times sported a paper nose ring, a paper plug up my nose, because I got so many nosebleeds when I was little. But yeah, on Sunday, I did see my ex at drum circle, and I was trying to just mind my own business. Yeah, you guys are about to get some tea. Like, I'm gonna try and just tell the story as plainly as possible, but I'm just like, what the fuck is life? What the fuck is life? I went to drum circle super early Sunday because I wanted to have some chill time to lay around on the beach beforehand. I was laying around at the beach, and he ended up getting there early too, but I just kept to myself. We didn't interact. I felt him like coming close a couple times, but I was just like face down in the sand, ignoring the rest of the world. And then it started, and everyone was partying, and it was fun. And we both did, you know, hey, remember he watches. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything too private. This was a public, this thing that happened, he did in public, and I don't think it's bad to say it made a scene. Like, I don't think he was really trying to be private about it. basically, after we both each did a couple of like fire performances and the party was just happening and I was just like walking around talking to people and hanging out with friends, he cut off his beard braid. You guys remember? We were talking about it in one of the streams he was on, that like I wanted him to cut it. Or, I mean, I was like kind of 50-50, but like more leaning towards cutting it, because when it's not braided, it was like insane, like, you know, getting in the way status. Yeah, he cut it off and gave it to me. And as an act of, he said it was as an act of goodwill or something. Like, it was a gesture, basically, which I see how that could be, you know. It was intended as a nice gesture, but it was shocking and unexpected and sudden, considering that we've barely seen each other in the past couple weeks. And then my friend runs up to me because she saw the encounter happen, and I'm gonna see what people, yeah, I saw the chat start moving pretty fast. People are like, what? Yeah. A Benny worm. Yeah, this is, I don't know. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with him, but so he presented me with the beard publicly at Drum Circle, which if he had presented it to me privately, I wouldn't be sharing this on the stream, but the fact that he did it out in the open at a party, I don't feel like it's a secret for him. But yeah, my friend saw the encounter happen, who knows everything that's happened pretty much. She ran up to me, snatched it from my hand, and threw it in the bush. And that was really upsetting for me, because I didn't even have a chance to process what just happened. I was like standing there just like shook, like I wasn't expecting to hear from him or see him at all, and then all of a sudden I have his beard in my hand that I had been wanting him to cut off for like 6 months. So it's this really weird, I would call it a cognitive dissonance, where it's like, okay, here's this thing that like I wanted to happen for a long time, but now it's happening like at the wrong time and it feels super weird. And then the whole scenario's shook up, because then it's snatched from me and thrown in a bush, so I didn't even get to decide what I wanted to do with it. And then there was a whole confrontation and drama between him and my friends, because my friends like stepped up and were like basically the vibe of like, is this dude bothering you, like trying to get him away. So we didn't even get to have like a grounded talk about any of it. So yeah. The moderator said, that's bullshit. Yours to do with what you want. What if you wanted to make a voodoo doll? Yeah, I wanted to do something like, you know, a ritual to release it, as I'm trying to like release the relationship, because I still like, it's hard. Going through a breakup is hard. Like, I miss him, I miss the cats, but I know it's for the best. Like, we've been struggling for so long. We can't be together. It's like, even if two people love each other, if they just like genuinely cannot be at peace together, like, you can't do it. Like, it literally doesn't work. something's off there. Like the universe doesn't want it to fully fruit. Something's supposed to shift. So I'm just having to stay really fucking strong. And I am. I'm just staying strong. I'm keeping to myself. I got the beard braid back because I got really upset, and my friend, which I'm not naming anyone in the story because I don't want to, like, I want to keep it fairly private. I haven't said anyone's name. All you guys know is there was a guy who cut his beard off and gave it to me, and a friend who snatched it and threw it in a bush. And the friend got the beard back for me from the bush because I was like, that didn't feel good. I feel like you kind of took my power away, my power of choosing what to do with that. I didn't even get to process. And so she apologized and got the beard back, and then I thought I had put it in my bag, right? I was like thinking I will have a ritual where I release it to the ocean or burn it or something. But when I got home, it wasn't in my bag. And I was like, fuck, where is it? I couldn't find it in any of my bags. And then I saw another friend a couple days later, and he was like, just so you know, I slept on the beach that night, and when I woke up, the beard braid was right by me, and so I buried it. So yeah, I guess the universe didn't want me to have it because it just got ripped out of my hand immediately, and then when I got it back, it then just fell out of my bag. Yeah. So no matter how hard I tried to hold on to any of it, it just keeps getting ripped away. And so I'm having to look at that and be like, okay, I see what's happening. The universe is doing what it does. Life is deciding, life is taking its own form, and all I can do is just try and stay docile, breathe through it, and see where things fall at the end of all this. Yeah, this is an absolutely crazy story. Yeah, the universe might be looking out for me. Oh, Camping It Up has very profound insights. I need to see what they said now. A beard in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. That's hilarious, Camping It Up. That's hilarious. Well, I don't have a beard in the hand anymore, and there's only one in the bush, so I don't know what the fuck is going on. But yeah, it's good that it's gone, honestly, because I need to let go of this, and I'm actively trying to let go of this because, like, I know it's the right choice for both of us. It doesn't make it not hard, though. Doesn't make it not super difficult and super sad. Also, sorry guys, my vibe lately is really off and really weird, mostly because all the weird shit I'm going through and the transformations of, like, going from being homeless for 2 years to living inside, and the Volkswagen being broken, and all my stuff being on Big Island while I'm on Maui. So I'm just here with, like, very minimal belongings. And everything's just feeling really weird and shook up. The breakup is probably the biggest portion of all the weirdness I'm feeling. But that being said, I don't really know what to do because I'm trying to just carry on and keep doing my thing. But my vibes are feeling really weird, and I think it's showing through my content because when I watched the video that I put out this morning, I was like, what is this? This is weird and I don't even like it, but it's just what came out of me this week. Our art is an expression of our inner world, and my inner world is fucked up right now and very unclear and very confused. So yeah, if my shit is really weird for the next couple weeks, just know that I'm trying to hold it together, but stuff is just strange. But hey, at least I have a place to live and an amazing, wonderful online community, and I can just make art still, even if it's fucking weird. At least it's art, and at least I'm alive. And I have, I have reconnected with a lot of friends during this time, which has been nice. And I've been, deepening a lot of my spiritual practices and finding out a lot about myself, finding out a lot about the world and how life works and interpersonal relationships, and getting stuff done for my, online presence, like some back end stuff that's been needed to be tended to for a long time, but I haven't been able to sit still long enough to tend to it. We're gonna have a moment to check back in with the chat because I've been just yapping, and yeah. My vibes are off, but I'm still here for the Saturday stream because I promised you guys that for the next 7 years I'd be online and smiling every Saturday to spread some smiles on the internet. The mom reader said, one day some kid digging up a sandcastle is gonna find Benny Worm's estranged ex-beard friend. Yeah, some kid might find that beard, or maybe your dog will dig it up. I don't know. I don't know. I am, like, a part of me is sad because, like, I didn't even get to really have a moment of, like, sitting and looking at it or just like feeling the energy of it. Like, it just immediately was ripped away, and I feel like that's just how life is. Things just get ripped away, no warning. It's just like boop, and all you can do is carry on. Is it time to visit your mom in California? It'll be time in October. I am going to California in October. I don't think I'll go sooner than that because I need to go back to Big Island still. But I'm also still tending to stuff on Maui. Like, yeah, I have more updates for the Volkswagen in a second. I am. Thank you. I'm glad you found it funny. I'm glad people are liking the new video. Glad to hear you guys are liking it because I was having a weird experience watching it. Maybe nice to have a few keepsakes. I do have a few I still have all my rings and stuff and other like clothing items he gave me, and I still have some keepsakes. just not the beard braid, which would be a really cool keepsake and oddity to have. Like, I'm sad it's gone. I probably would have wanted to keep it, but the universe had other plans, and it's buried in the sand. Buried in the sand on the beach we met, nonetheless. Well, I guess technically we didn't meet there, but one of the first places that we hung out, one of the first places we saw each other. That's the most clear I could say that. The durian is coming along nicely. Focus on higher possibilities. Yeah, Kevin Mack. I'm trying to keep my head up, and part of how I'm keeping my head up through this is having a big mindset shift in how I view abundance in this world and how I view like what kind of lifestyle I want. Because I've been like, you know, van lifing for a couple years, and now that I'm inside, I'm viewing things differently, and also having a lot of self-esteem developing and self-worth development, realizing, I think I said this like in an episode or in the stream, I've said this at some point before, but I think that I was struggling with like self-worth, self-esteem stuff before, and that's part of why I didn't push to give myself a cushy life. Like, I gave myself a really rugged life. It's not necessarily that I had to, like, I didn't have to drop down to part-time at my job. I was making plenty of money on the boat to afford to live indoors. I was living indoors for 2 years of working that job, but then I dropped down to part-time and moved into my van, you know? So it's like, okay, I got to work less and build up my web presence, but me working less, like, I moved into the van so that I wouldn't have to pay rent, so that I would work less, and also moved into the van for the sake of like documenting the adventure and having these like really cool experiences of being out of my comfort zone. So I got that for 2 years, and it was awesome. But now I'm realizing that like that's not a forever thing, and I am going to inevitably at some point be pretty wealthy. I'm like, you know, I think that I'm about to get like pretty rich. I get hunches about things. I get these hunches, and this is one that I've been feeling for the past like week or so, is that I think I'm about to come into a lot of money, and it's been something I've been mentally juggling, because I'm like, that goes against so much of what I stand for. I'm like anti-capitalist and, you know, into simple living. So I'm gonna decide what to do with it when the time comes. But right now I'm just trying to accept that, because people also always say the like trustafari and stuff. Basically people act like being rich is like a bad, mean thing. Even me, I'm like, eat the rich. There shouldn't be billionaires. I don't think I'd ever be a billionaire, just to clarify, but I don't think I've had the most healthy view of money in my lifetime, but I'm trying to clear that up and accept that like it is nice to have enough money to do all the things you want to do. Like, I want to be able to travel. I want to be able to get the cute clothes that I want that are made of really high quality materials. I want to be able to buy oils that are like very well made and like super pure. I want to be able to buy super healthy, nice, clean food, like, and have a good roof over my head. Like, I think I'm gonna get kind of rich soon, and I'm saying that here, and I don't know how exactly it's gonna happen, but I have a feeling I'm gonna have some more videos go viral, and then this preparation time of releasing the idea that I'm broke will allow me to fully come into my abundance when it's time. The days of me being broke and homeless are over. I am gonna get a bunch of money and have a good, happy life, and that'll be that. I'm sure there'll be a lot of shit shows in between it, but those are just the texture, those are just the contrast. If we didn't have the dark days, the light ones wouldn't seem as bright. And also, challenge is what forces evolution, and I plan on evolving and continuing to grow in both my like mental health ways, in my artistic ways, in my intelligence, in my interpersonal dynamics, in the way I share with the world. Aww! Homelander sent $11, 11 cents. Thank you so much. Money is freedom. Thank you, Homelander. Yeah, I think money does add a layer of freedom, because like a lot of things, like what's been really like getting in my head is there's a lot of things that I want to do, and then I'm like, fuck, but it's so expensive, or like, oh damn, I can't afford that. And I'm like, okay, I can't afford that, but I'm not really trying very hard to afford it. Basically, what I'm saying is I'm gonna step my game up and actually chase the bag a little bit. So will you still be anti-capitalist if you become rich? Yes, because you can have money and still be anti-capitalist. Because capitalism isn't just like a black and white, you're rich or not. Someone can be a broke capitalist, and someone can be a rich socialist. Like, there's this one YouTuber named Hassan Piker, or I guess technically he's a Twitch streamer, but I watch his videos on YouTube, and I can say he's 100% a rich socialist. David T said Patreon. Yeah, I am serious. I've been working on my Patreon page. It's not ready for the hard launch yet, but I made the account and have been building it out and deciding what I'm gonna put on there. Patreon, I think, could be a pretty good revenue stream and help me out, like, to be able to afford rent and plane tickets. It's like, why am I not plugged into that? All of these different like platforms and stuff, basically it's just like I connect a tube to it, and then there will be like abundance coming from that source now. It's pretty magic. Did you have life insurance on Benny Worm? Benny Worm does not have life insurance, unfortunately, and I for sure didn't have life insurance on the Beard Braid, and I don't know where either of them are now. The Beard, well, I mean, technically I know where the Beard Braid is. It's buried in the sand at the beach somewhere, and Benny Worm is somewhere on Big Island, scattered throughout my either the Moonermobile or storage unit, question mark? I don't know. Secure the bag, queen. Thanks, thank you. I'm gonna secure the bag. Oh, great. I said the S word, socialism, and it got a lot of people going. Okay. So, to give you guys more of what my stance is on this, Capitalism requires you to exploit other people for your gain. Capitalism is competitive. It's a rat race. It's about maximizing your income while giving the bare minimum to everyone who helped you get your income. That's like, as I've brought up before, the Communist Manifesto by Karl Marx clearly spells out the basis of capitalism and what it requires to survive. And basically it's built on exploitation. Socialism, on the other hand, is not. There can still be abundance going around, but more evenly spread. Capitalism is like, if we were to look at it like squirrels, if there was 10 squirrels living in a capitalist environment, a capitalist social structure, there would be one squirrel making all the other squirrels go collect nuts for it, and then it would have this huge pile of nuts, and at the end of the day give each helper squirrel one nut, even though each squirrel might have brought in 5. So those squirrels are not getting a proportional payback to what they have contributed to the overall project. If each squirrel brought 5 nuts, and there's 10 squirrels, we got 50 nuts. If each helper squirrel got 1 nut, then the 1 leader squirrel would have 40. Why would every other squirrel have 1 nut and then 1 squirrel has 40? Does that make sense? Capitalism is not the way to be. That's what has driven me towards simple living, but now I'm realizing that to get to the point of simple living that I want to be at, I need to first make enough money to survive. I'm not trying to become a millionaire. When I say I'm coming into my abundance, I'm like, if I made 100K a year, I'd be so set. That would be me absolutely ballin'. I don't know how much I make a year right now, but it's not very much. So the tides are shifting. While I'm at it, having all these huge life changes and shakeups, I'm like, you know, I can just let a lot of other stuff change too. While I'm at it, and my whole life is going under construction, might as well let everything fall away and see what's left. I'm in my Saturn return astrologically, and so I'm just gonna see what happens. Yeah, it's funny how some words can trigger some intense opinions. Yeah. I said socialism, and all of a sudden it is just really, really rubbing people the wrong way. Yep, it's true. People are naturally greedy. I don't even know how we got up. I don't even know how we got on this topic. See, this is just how stuff's going lately. It's just how stuff's going lately. I'm just like, man, life is such a weird experience. So I'm just gonna paint through it. The durian is coming along. It still needs its spikes. I actually really like Safira Lepaz's response. Socialism was actually never implemented as a full system, much less without capitalistic influence. Durian, I thought it was a beetroot. This is a purple sweet potato, or an ube, or a kalo. There's many purple root edible plants that this is inspired after, so this is just like a blend between basically kalo, taro, ube, and purple sweet potato. If they all had a love child, it's this plant. And behind it is a durian, which, if anyone doesn't know what durian looks like, my AirPod case is a durian. And the lid just fell off. So that's kind of what it's gonna look like. Now I need to add the spikes. So for that, I'll need a little bit of a darker green. Update on the Volkswagen before you forget. Okay, yes, we're definitely changing topic because we got into a weird thing right there. We're not gonna say the S word or the C word or the other C word. Nope. We're gonna say the F word though because I have some updates for you guys on the fucking Volkswagen. Yep, it's still broken. Shocker. You guys know I got it towed to Maui, George's like a month ago because, yeah, that's when David T just asked, how's Maui George getting on with the van? So, honestly, he's not. The van has been at his place for a month, but he's been pretty busy and not really able to tend to it, which is okay. I know he's got his own shit going on, so I haven't been pressing too hard. I've just been pretty much calling like once a week just to be like, yo, any updates? Like, what's poppin', Jimbo? I just want to know what's happening, basically. And it's been like, oh, well, busy this, busy that. And I'm like, okay, valid. But anyway, he's now gone to the mainland for at least a couple weeks, it seems like. So he's not gonna touch it for at least a couple weeks. And who knows if he'd even be able to hop on it when he gets back. But luckily, very luckily, my friend Cyrus, who I met, I don't know, maybe like 2 years ago or so, out front of Ace Hardware, has his own base yard, which he's actually really young. I don't know how old he is. I honestly think he might be even younger than me, but he like already has his own base yard that he operates, and he has a tow truck and does a bunch of really dope projects to vehicles. Like, he has a bunch of different vehicles that he's done, like Raptor liner jobs and like modifications to, and he knows how to weld and stuff. Like, he's just a really like, he's a really cool person who's got a lot of skills, and he happened to go to George's to like tow off a bunch of vans. You guys know how there's a bunch of like, there's a bunch of old Volkswagens there. You guys saw it on last year's Van on the Moon Halloween special. All the scary music, and like I showed you guys like I think 12 12 Vanagons on his property that were just getting like eaten by the jungle. So Cyrus has been towing them off of there. He sent me some videos, and like these vans are literally disintegrating while he's dragging them out. And so, but when he went there, he saw my van and he recognized it. So we were chatting and he was like, you know, I could probably fix it really quick and easily. And I've been having to go there multiple times a week anyway to that same property. So he's gonna be there already. So we were talking on the phone a couple of days ago, and I basically like asked him if he could fix it because George left, and he was like, oh yeah, I already ordered the parts. And I'm like, that's amazing. See, this is what I need. Someone who's just like on top of their game and ready to take on the fucking Volkswagen and get it fixed once and for all. So I have some hope that this week might be the week that I finally get the Volkswagen back, and it might be Cyrus who fixes it. And if he can't fix it, then I guess it'll just have to wait till George gets back. Yay! I love how the durian looks way more like a durian now that it's got some spikes on it. Ask him if he wants to buy the Volkswagen. What, Cyrus or George? I don't think either of them want it, honestly. Oh, what the? There was some weird dramas in the chat a couple minutes ago. This motherfucker is getting booted. Hide from channel. Bye. Some people I gotta boot myself. Oh, thank you, Aunt. Thanks for the gifts. Yeah. We do have some dodos in the chat. Where do you find durian in Maui? Honestly, the most reliable place to find durian on Maui is Okoa Market in Kula. They used to be a stand at the weekly farmers market in Kula, and then they were like so many people's favorite fruit stand. They're such a good fruit stand that they ended up opening a whole storefront right by where the Saturday farmers market happens. And I've picked up durian. That's like the main place I ever get durian on Maui. Aw, Courageous Cully Cat is in the chat. Hello, good morning, Cully Cat. I'm stoked on how the durian is coming along. Oh, great. Someone's mowing. Are you guys hearing that? Do I need to put this on? Do I need to put this on noise cancel mode? Have you been to Kauai? I did go to Kauai one time. Me and my ex went for like a short turnaround trip, so I haven't got to fully explore. We explored quite a bit, but I haven't gotten to like really immerse there because I only went for like a few days. Hey, I'm glad you guys can't hear the mower because it's really loud. Did you sell van? I freaking wish. I wish I sold the van, but no. And as for the Moonermobile, as more and more time goes on, I do keep thinking that the best choice is for me to bring the Moonermobile to Maui so that I can just have one island that I'm based off of, rather than trying to juggle 2 islands and being like, oh, I want this thing, but it's on Big Island. Or like even my fire fans, I've been mainly doing dragon staff flows because my fire fans are over there. My levy wand is over there. My one working van is over there. I think I'm gonna just pay the $1,000 and wait the month it takes for the Moonermobile to get here. I wonder if this will let me run a poll. Sometimes YouTube Live lets me run polls, sometimes not, but we'll see if they let me do it today, because I would want to make one. I don't think they're gonna let me today, dang it. I was gonna ask, I wanted to do a poll of people voting if the Moonermobile should be on Big Island or Maui. Love this shirt. Thank you. I actually, so this shirt Cully Cat gave me, so this actually ties in with what I was just saying of like, all my stuff is divided between 2 islands right now, including all of my clothes. All but like 5 of my outfits are on Big Island, but thankfully Cully Cat had a big pile already going of her like giveaway clothes, basically her like thrift pile, so she let me dig through it and I found a lot of good pieces, including this shirt, which love the design, and then we cut it a little shorter and cut it in the back so that it's a tie back shirt. Yeah, like Victor said, just ask the question and see the responses. True, it doesn't have to be a poll. Guys, cast your vote. Should I ship the Moonermobile to Maui, or should I keep it on Big Island and continue this juggling of having 2 vans on 2 islands? I'm going to draw a couple more durian spikes and then we'll check the results. Because I'm really curious on what the Mooner community has to say about this, because I've been like really going back and forth about it in my own mind, and I honestly like don't want to make impulsive decisions. But it's not impulsive to me, it's not impulsive because that was the original plan all along. When I went to view the Moonermobile, it was to ship it here. I had even filled out the paperwork, got the paperwork notarized to ship it here, and then canceled it all because I got sucked into the Poonaverse. I just like got so enamored, I would say, by Big Island. But all in all, I haven't decided if that's like where I'm meant to live though. Like I cannot decide between the islands. I really like appreciate the option, you know? Like it's a good problem to have. Like who gets to have this problem where it's like, which island do I want to live on? So many options. The world is my oyster. I am so fully enjoying painting this durian, by the way. I think your van should be on Maui right now. Hazel said Maui. B. Morton said Maui. Brandon Loy asked, will they let you ship it to Maui with stuff in it? Yes, I actually can. Just fill it with my stuff from my storage unit, you know, like, and drive it to the harbor. And then I don't have to ship any of my stuff. Because I have parts for the van, like, I have so many parts for the Moonermobile already, just like sitting in storage right now. Extra windows, an extra steering column, some window roll-up motors. It's all stuff that Dopey gave me when I bought the Moonermobile. So that's the main bulk of what's in my storage unit. It's just van parts, as well as my tools and all my crafting supplies. But like all of that would be good stuff to have here. Part of why I shipped all my stuff to Big Island was because things were going so badly here. But when I look at my experience on Maui, like the getting rid of the Volkswagen and getting out of my relationship solves like 90% of my problems here. So being on Maui with a working van and just in my own energy, you know, like not in a really difficult relationship that's taking everything out of me, I think will be a whole different experience. And I need to explore that. For my life path, I know that I need to explore that so that I can know that I did. Like, I don't want to have a question in my head down the line of like, did I make the wrong choice by leaving Maui too soon? Like, would Maui have been the place for me if I solved my other problems? So now that I am in a place to just be single and a place to live indoors and not be homeless on Maui, I think I need to at least try. And worst case scenario, worst bottom of the bin scenario is that I just end up shipping the Moonermobile back to Big Island. Whatever, another $1,000 and a month of waiting, which in the grand scheme of life is not that big a deal. Like, months are flying by lately, and I'm gonna continue making videos and continue working on my website, so I'm like making money. I'm gonna start a Patreon and stuff. Like, the $1,000 in the grand scheme will be minor. Cause like I said, I think I'm actually gonna get kind of rich soon. Yeah, a lot of people are saying move it to Maui. Oh, Kevin Mack actually is Kevin Mack is one of the only people saying keep it where they are. Get my stuff from Big Island, but leave the van there. Oh, Vu also says leave the van there. Dang. Sell the Moonermobile and get the Volkswagen sorted properly. David T, I'm sorry, but that's a hell no for me. I am done with the Volkswagen. I'm done. Yeah, Brandon Loy has some good points. Big Island doesn't have as many cool spots to hang or get things, but it's bigger and has cheaper land. Yeah, it's like there's for me, between the two islands, like there's pros and cons, but I can't decide. Yeah, having the van sitting idle on Big Island doesn't make sense, Victor. That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, so for me to be, even if I only wanted to be on Maui for like one more year of my life, $2,000 would be worth it to have a working van here and to be able to be doing the build videos here on Maui, you know? Plus, like, I love Maui's nature spots and accessibility and beaches and my friends here, and the fact that I just know so many people. Like, I like that I know so many people here and that people know me. Like, I'm not just the new girl on the island. And it's nice to be able to, like, you know, as I'm meeting people and they're like, how long have you been here? And I can be like, you know, almost 5 years now. Because I'm coming up on my 5-year Maui-versary very soon. And on the island, there's like this kind of weird dynamic where people don't trust you as much if you've only been on the island for a short time. The people who live here know how hard it is to live here and how transient everyone is and how many people run from their problems and come here. So when you're fresh on an island, people don't trust you as much. I don't trust other people that are new to the island. When I meet people, and if they're like, oh, I just got here a month ago, then I automatically am like a little more careful around them. But if you can survive on the island for many years and like persevere through everything that happens here and make it work, and also one big thing is being able to maintain good standing in the community for that long when it's such a tight-knit community. Everybody knows everybody's business. Everybody knows everybody. People talk, like, they call it coconut wireless. I like that I've been here for as long as I have, and I don't know that I want to go fresh start again. I've made multiple fresh starts, including my, like, false start on Big Island, and meeting so many new people is like, it's a variable that I don't want to have to control for right now. I have so many other things that I'm working on and working through that, like, having the wild card of trying to figure out who's, like, good people or not, and, like, who I want to be friends with or not, and what communities I want to be involved in. Like, it's kind of nice that on Maui I just already know a lot of the people, and I already know what communities I like to be in here, and for the most part I know which people I can trust, and even if I don't know, then I ask around and I've got friends to ask. Go forward with the original plan. Oh, Volkswagen with Maui stowed away ships to Big Island. The Volkswagen's not going to Big Island. The Volkswagen, that is a hell no. Someone said, I wish I was self-content with myself. You can become content with yourself. It's all about accepting yourself. Accept yourself. And if there's parts of yourself that you just cannot accept, then that's your sign that those are the parts of yourself to change, because it is important to change sometimes. And your feelings are what reveal that. Ship it. It's a tax write-off for your content. Yeah, it's a business expense. The $1,000 to ship their Moonermobile will be put on my business credit card. And then once the Moonermobile is here, then I can actually do the build videos while living inside. And so those videos will hopefully do well. And then eventually ship the Moonermobile back to Big Island if I want to, with it fully built and ready. If I were to go and be like on Big Island, like if I were to continue through with moving off of Maui and going there, like the Volkswagen would need to disappear this month, and once I'm over there, then I'm back to homelessness unless I rented a spot, which is very affordable over there. Like, honestly, for what you can get a room for on Maui, you can get a whole house to yourself on Big Island in some areas. David T's like, Steph, what the fuck are you saying? To ship the Volkswagen to Big Island. There's no way. I'm not spending any more money on that Volkswagen. Kevin Max said, get your stuff back with you, sell both vehicles, and buy a Prius. You know, what's really funny is that even though that sounds absolutely ridiculous, it has crossed my mind many times in the past month of me being like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Should I just not have vans at all? But it's not true. I should have vans. Van on the Moon, like, I'm not gonna let Van on the Moon just die like that after I did all that work. I want to at least do van projects and trips, even if I'm not living in a van. Because, like, as I picture it, if I were to move back to Big Island, I think I'd want to rent a spot. Like, if I moved back to Big Island next month, now that I've rented a spot here on Maui and see that I can do that, if I moved back to Big Island again, yeah, I think I would want to rent a room or a little 1-bedroom cottage thing. Which, oh God, imagine if I had my own house. Could you guys imagine if I had my own fucking house? They would be next level. See, that's the other thing in the toss-up. For me to ever afford having a house to myself on Maui is a stretch. Everything's so expensive here. But on Big Island, I'd be able to go rent a house to myself next month if I wanted. If you guys can't tell, I have some major soul searching to do as I decide what's happening with my life path right now. Sailboat on Saturn. I love that. Sailboat on Saturn. The next evolution of the Mollyverse. The mom raider said rent a tiny property like the one on Big Island I showed you. Yeah, that one that you sent me was really cool. That one, it had like an acre or something. I forget how much property it had around it. 3 acres or something for like $600 a month. Yeah, Big Island, super affordable housing, but everything's pretty far apart and the beaches aren't as nice. The Maui beaches, you can't really beat, in my opinion. Especially on the south side, like, the beaches are nice, guys. Alright, time to make the stem of the durian. I wonder how long I've been streaming. Oh my gosh, it's already been almost an hour and a half, and all I've painted is one durian. Granted, it's a pretty large durian. But yeah, I'm really excited at the idea that the Volkswagen might be fixed like this week by Cyrus. And I asked him if he's down to be in a video, and he said yeah, so we'll see how much of that I film. I don't think I'd want to film it horizontally. Like, I'm not trying to make a whole Dan on the Moon episode of someone else swapping out the slave cylinder, because that's been done to this Volkswagen. This will be, I think, the fourth or fifth time that the slave cylinder is getting swapped out on this thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna make a full-length episode, but I will record a short. So, and hopefully it works. How much is a house to rent on Big Island? Well, they range, of course, like anywhere. You can get like a really bougie house for a lot of money. Okay, for example, the commune that you guys saw me hanging out at, that big ass 8-bedroom house, which is super nice and off-grid and beautifully painted and in a great location. That house, the lease for it is $3,333 a month. And that's it priced slightly higher than market, by the way, because it already had a long standing in the community of being like an event house. So yeah, here there's no way you could get a 8-bedroom house for $3,000. If you were trying here, so if you're trying to get a 1-bed, 1-bath studio apartment here, the lowest baseline you could find is like $1,400. Whereas over there, getting like a little 1-bed, 1-bath thing would be more like $600. You catch me? It's like basically housing over there is like half the price, but everything's further apart. I'd be driving way more. I wouldn't have access to as nice of beaches. I wouldn't have the aspect of having been there for a long time and being like rooted into the island in that way. It's tricky. I don't know how I'm supposed to decide this. Courageous Gully Cat said, we're gonna get a house together, goddess. We have a house together. Znuru. It's really impressive that Gully Cat has held this spot down by herself for as long as she has, because everyone I know on Maui is like, pretty much has roommates. Either has roommates or is struggling greatly. So it's really impressive to see how Gully Cat is like maintaining her life so nicely and seemingly like with not a big stress, like it's just all in flow. But she's practicing a lot of, you know, Tao practice and just like trusting the universe and being in divine goddess flow that just lets things come in, which I've gotten tastes of and I've realized it, and I've been telling you guys on the streams, like, as soon as I let go, that's when things fall into place. Like, that is the practice, like letting go and letting it fall into place, and then everything will divinely align. And then I forget and shit shows happen, and then I always come back to it. So here I am again, and I'm just gonna try and let go. I'm just trying to let go. Did Chloe just walk in? I don't think so. I don't think she's at the house. 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 I don't think she's at the Oh, paint something on there special for Jerry Garcia's birthday. What? I did. Is it his birthday today? Wait, what? Oh my goodness. Depo Glass just sent $200. What? Thank you. Oh my gosh, I did not expect this. What? Let's see what the message says. That's, I think, the biggest chunk anyone has ever sent me on a stream in one super chat. That's crazy. Here is for your flight back to Big Island. Look forward to meeting you if you end up here. Art and gardening work is available. Hit me up to discuss more. Either way it goes, I just want to help. Your content has helped me through some rough times. Thank you. Oh, and my vote is Big Island. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Depo Glass. $200 does pay for a Big Island ticket. That's cool that you say art and gardening work is available. Do you like own a property or something? I am really glad to hear that my content has helped you through some rough times though, because that's what I'm trying to make it for, because I know what YouTube is. Like, I know what YouTube is to me, and for me, like, on days that I'm having like a rough day and just like a lot of mental noise and the world feels like it's crumbling, I like to just cozy up, grab a snack, and watch some good silly YouTube shit. So that's why I set forth on this path to be the silly YouTube that people can tune into when they're having a rough time. So hearing that it actually is giving that to people makes me so happy. That makes my heart sing. Thank you, Depo Glass. Yeah, wow. Yeah, literally as we're talking as we're talking about just letting go and letting abundance come to us, I literally was like, I let go. And then I opened my eyes and there's $200 on the screen. This is evidence of the universe. This is how the universe works. I can't explain it, but all I can say is that I witnessed the pattern, and a lot of people also witnessed that pattern. The mom meter said was supposed to be $20. Yeah, oops. Aww. Thank you. Wow. I love seeing people being supportive in the chat too. Glass Studio in Pahoa. What? I'm shocked that I haven't come by. Is it in Pahoa, like in that little strip of the colorful buildings with like Pelly's Kitchen and Crafty Raccoon and stuff? I've actually always wanted to learn how to blow glass. um Yeah, someone said I should get a pit bull dog a couple times. Just so you guys know, I am not a dog person. I'm sorry, that's blasphemous for a lot of people to hear, but I'm just not into it. I'm not in a place to have any pets right now, honestly. Really. Shot you a DM. I'm in Leilani, about to stock up exhibit gallery. Dope. Oh, I feel like I actually have seen your... I think I've seen you on Instagram before. What painting technique is that? This painting technique is called Free Will and Whimsy. And what it is you just pick a random surface and you don't have a plan at all, you just start putting paint on there and see what happens. And so far, this is what has happened for me. We'll get a good close-up pan shot. I think the durian is complete for now. So we'll start over this way. Okay, we'll take this off the tripod. Free Willy paint and sip, what the heck? So it's kindergarten style, pretty much. This is inner child awakening and healing work. Everything doesn't have to be so serious. People taking themselves too seriously is what stifles creativity more often than anything else. People will say it's because they're busy. People will say it's because they're overworked. People will say they don't have time or resources, but I can confirm that art can be made with literal garbage. It can be made in less than 10 minutes if you want to. Anything can be art if you just have yourself do it. My favorite artist is David Cho, and one of his videos that I watched like last night, he was like addressing this same exact comment of people telling him, your art looks like a kid could do it, a 5-year-old could make that. And he was like, well, then the 5-year-old should make it, and then they can be as rich as me. Because he's actually the highest paid artist of all time. He is the silliest guy. He's super hilarious. He doesn't take himself seriously at all. His art looks super dope, but it is messy, which is the art style that I like. Like, I don't, if someone says my art looks like a 5-year-old, I'm like, that's kind of the point. That's kind of the point. So yeah, he's a big inspiration of mine. And so yeah, to repeat the words of David Cho, then yeah, the 5-year-old should make the art. Because it's glorious. The lizard, which I was going for a kind of a psychedelic Art Nouveau vibe for this poster. And then we've got the upside down rainbow, the durian, the purple sweet potato, and much more to come. Wow, my hair is looking whack today. I'm on a whole weird wavelength at the moment, honestly. This painting, I am going to continue, and I think I will continue it off stream. I will do like the finishing touches on a stream, but I think we're gonna switch for a little bit to just being in the IDKB studio and chit-chatting before we close this stream out for the week. Sorry, gotta get the tripod lengthened back out. We're here at IDKB Studio. Welcome to my room. Check your battery level, almost 2-hour lives. Congratulations on 10 million views on one of your channels. Hey, oh my gosh, are you talking about Bit on the Moon? 10 million? That's crazy. That is so insane. Oh, my battery level's looking great. That's shocking. My battery level is like higher than ever. Did you get your gauges sewn up? Oh god. Okay. While we're on the topic of my gauges, I can show you guys. I'm not gonna show you an up close, but I might show you guys a little peek. I have to give a really big disclaimer though. They're fucked up. They're gross. Alex Gray. Yes, I do know Alex Gray's work. It's super cosmic. Super cosmic. He's really got a way of drawing the fabric of the universe. Is that blood on your ear bandage? Yeah, probably. I swapped them out right before the stream. So when I've been putting these little, like, little pieces of the paper towel basically on my ears to, like, work as band-aids pretty much. Yeah, I swapped them out right before the stream so that they would be clean and at least not look crusty, but it's starting to show through again. But for over 2 hours of having these tissues, the fact that they're just now showing some stuff on the outside, it tells me how much the reaction has slowed down. At least it's way slower than it was like yesterday and the day before. It was like pretty quickly coming out, and now it's very slow. So I'm like, okay, I'm in recovery. They have improved. Do you sell your artwork? Yes, I do actually. You can find a link tree on my channel, or you can just look up my website. It's called idontknowbabyLLC, and people have been putting in orders. I've shipped out so many sticker orders this week. I'm honestly gonna need to restock, and people have been getting, oddly enough, this week there's been like 3 people who got the Mooner phone wallpaper, the trashy art and gorgeous garbage digital print. It's fun to see things go in bursts like that. Gary. Hey, Gary's in here. Your hair's fine, it just needed a little fluff. Oh, thanks. I was really, my hair's been tied up really tightly for the past couple days to keep it off my ears. But now I'm like, I want it to cover my ears. So we're just gonna go like this. Yeah, nothing going on here. There's no blood on me, officer. Molly, are you really a proper scuba instructor? I have a bunch of scuba certifications. Technically, I'm not an instructor. So I have my open water, which is the base scuba certification to be able to dive at all, pretty much. And then I got my advanced, which allows you to go to deeper depths and, you know, do underwater navigation. And then I got my rescue, which obviously allows you to rescue people from the ocean. And that has come in handy multiple times now. And then my teacher assistant certification. So basically, I'm not a full-on instructor myself, but I could work at a scuba class. But I couldn't teach it by myself, if that makes sense. Sorry. I felt the cough coming and I'm like, don't do it, you're mic'd up, but we got a song request from the moderator. She wants me to play the What the Fuck song. Does anyone else want it? Up close and squeeze. No fucking way. No way. Have a great week. Thank you, Joseph Carrington. I hope you have a great week too. And yes, like Chloe Exquisite said, I can ship internationally now. And I sent out an international sticker order. I sent a package to the UK yesterday, or the day before, Thursday. Jay Cutter said, I want my AI to have your voice. I actually had thought about that. I wanted to be able to hear what I sound like to other people. So I considered trying to do one of those like AI voice recreator things, which would be a fun video experiment. But I did one AI experiment video and it flopped. Complete flop. So I was like, maybe not. I'll just experiment by myself. Or we could do it on the live stream actually. How come you gave up your marine biologist gig? Lost interest? So I gave up my marine biologist gig because I was like working really hard for really long, and I had said I wanted to be a marine biologist my whole life, and so I pursued it. I tried it out and I had a great time. But all in all, the artist in me and my creative side and my spiritual side was like really crying out to take the front line. And so I let that happen. I let my science and like marine bio, half of me, rule my life for a long time. I grinded through school, studied super hard, went to college, did really well, got my job, excelled at it, became like a company favorite pretty quickly. Like I just put in that work, and I was just like marine bio so hard that my artistic self was so suppressed, and it was just time. I was like, you know what, I can always come back to marine bio. I still love the ocean, I still love the animals of the ocean, I still have way too much ocean random facts in my head. Like it's still in me, but for now I just wanted to let myself be free and let myself just explore what comes out of me as an artist and a creative person. So yeah, I've been enjoying this. Random FPV, turn left at the roundabout. What the fuck? That's true. Mars was like, or you can just watch one of your videos. Yeah, that's how I can hear myself. But you know, we don't hear ourselves the same as other people hear us because we hear ourselves all day, every day. So like we're immune to the sound of our own accent doesn't sound like anything to us because it's not an accent to us. It's just what our voice sounds like, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm finally caught back up with the chat. Can you play Hawaii 78 on ukulele? Unfortunately, no. Play something. The mama reader requested the What the Fuck song, and I gotta give my mom what she wants. Plus other people wanted me to play something too. I hope my ukulele is still in tune because the tuner I usually use is on my phone. Oh yeah, this is still in 432 hertz, which I've been loving. It's actually easier to sing with too. Random FPV said this song is the best ringtone. Did you make it your ringtone too? Okay, sound off. Who has it as their ringtone? Me, Mullet Mona, the moderator. Random FPV has it as their ringtone too. 4 people now have this song as their ringtone. If anyone else wants to get this as their ringtone, you can just get it off of Warm Pistachio. Let me see if I remember. I haven't played this song since last week. Oh. Your listing to sell the Volkswagen van has pending on it. Oh, you know what? I need to take that link off my link tree because that link isn't to my listing. That's my ex listed the van for me and I haven't taken that off my link tree yet. I'm surprised the listing is still up at all, actually, now that I think about it. I'm gonna take that link off of my link tree and post it myself once it's fixed. And hopefully it'll sell. Yeah. But yeah, I haven't played this song. Guy and Elsa said, play it, Molly. I haven't played this song in like a week. Let's see if I remember it. I think it's G, C, A minor or something. Yeah, that's it. David D said because you're keeping the van. No, I am not. Fuck that van. That's gonna happen, so what the fuck? Just say what the fuck. Just look at the shit and be like, damn, that sucked. What the fuck? What the I just see a bunch of comments that are just like, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck. Let's see what people have been talking about while I'm singing about my woes. Singing the mantra of the Mooners. Hope you didn't forget the words. Oh, what were the words again? There were so many. I love your attitude about the Volkswagen. I'm glad. Honestly, my attitude about the Volkswagen is what contributed most of my internet presence. People watching me struggle with that van and watching me just still remain slightly positive. I haven't stayed 100% positive. You guys seen me cry. You guys seen me cussing and throwing shit. But for the most part, I've kept my head up. I haven't given up. Even now, this week, I'm gonna try and fix it again, you know? And that's the plot line that a lot of people caught on to. Like, Van on the Moon is my most subscribed to YouTube channel. My Instagram following, like, a lot of my most viral videos were me being like, we're here with that fucking Volkswagen. So, like, I see what it served me in my life. I just don't want to keep getting served that anymore, because I'm choosing better for myself. I'm choosing that I want to have an easier life than the life a Volkswagen provides, which consists mostly of being broke down on the side of the road and calling tow trucks and being under it, getting dirt in your eyes. Oh my god, I just remembered one big update I didn't tell you guys. Oh my gosh, how did I forget this? How did I forget this? I need to make a post about it later, honestly. Also, glad you guys enjoyed the song, but last night I was on YouTube, signed into the Van on the Moon channel, which, mind you guys, I don't really check my notifications as well as I should, like as thoroughly. I just go to YouTube Studio and look at whatever top recommended comments they show me and try to reply to like at least a couple a day. The tagged section on YouTube, they don't show you it super readily. Like when people tag me in videos, I kind of have to go looking for it and specifically go to like the mentioned area within the YouTube app. They don't even show you in YouTube Studio. But I happened to go there last night and saw that this guy had posted a video reacting to one of my videos. It was the fuel filter episode of Van on the Moon. I don't know if you guys remember, I was literally in an Ace Hardware parking lot and the van wouldn't start. I found out it was the fuel filter, so I fixed it myself, but it was like the wrong fuel filter, and so I made this crazy contraption to adapt the size to fit to my fuel pump. It was a whole like definition of Van on the Moon shit show episode. And this reaction channel watched it, and it was so hilarious for me to watch someone else watching one of my videos and just like in real time being like, this girl is crazy, and getting that perspective, like getting to hear someone's perspective of my internet presence, because he was like, yeah, there's this girl who's like really cool, she's got 5 channels, the main one's her van one, but she does a bunch of artsy stuff and she's got interesting content. Like, it was really cool for me to be able to zoom out in that way and perceive myself through someone else's lens. But let me actually let you guys know who's the channel who did it. I was considering doing like an OBS thing, like me reacting to a reaction channel reacting to me stream, but then I realized that my ex is in the episode and he asked me to not put out any more stuff that like shows him and like to not say his name or anything, which is super valid and I'm respecting that. Like, you guys haven't heard me be saying his name or like showing any pictures of him, so I'm not gonna actually like post a video of me reacting in real time because it would end up showing him. But if you guys want to go watch the video yourself, I will tell you which channel it's on. What the? Someone said this AI is terrible. Because it's not AI, this is human. A reaction of the reaction of the reaction. Exactly, random FPV. YouTube Inception. The audio slightly out of sync. Dang. See, this happened before. It's been happening where for the first half of the live stream it's like good, the audio's in sync, and then after 2 hours it like gets out of sync. I don't know if it has to do with my microphone or YouTube or what. Okay. Anyway, I want to find out the name of this guy's channel so I can tell you guys. I can also just like try and post a link. Yeah, it could be that my phone is overheating. Well, we've been going for 2 hours, so if it's out of sync and unbearable, it wouldn't be the worst thing if we were just like call it done for the week, you know? It wouldn't be the worst. Not saying I'm gonna leave right now. We'll see how the audio does. New York Dan, that's who it was. Haha, yeah, New York Dan, that's the channel. And he did it pretty like low tech. He didn't use like OBS. It was a really funnily made video because he was just like pointing the camera at his like TV screen and then pointing it at himself. But let me actually pull up the video. Okay, so this is the video, and this is the guy, New York Dan. It's titled Commentary, Van on the Moon, Molly changes fuel filter. 12 days ago this was posted. He replied to my comment. I commented last night because I saw it for the first time last night. It was like when I was laying down for bed. I didn't go to bed till like 1 a.m. because I was making this week's episode. And then as I'm laying there like, I'll put on something to just like chill myself out before I go to sleep, I come across this and then I got automatically re-hyped up. I was like not sleepy anymore. I was like, this is too cool. But yeah, I was like, I commented like, I love this. This is so funny and stuff. So funny. So if anyone wants to watch someone reacting to me on YouTube, look up New York Dan, and it's his video from 12 days ago, Van on the Moon. Super hilarious to get someone's perspective like that. He's like, this girl's great. I'm under the van, like, unscrewing the fuel pump with no goggles or gloves on, and he's like, oh no, I'm worried about this girl. This is bad news. Hey, Vic found the video. I'm glad you found it easily. Ah, hey, Heather Ray's in here. Heather Ray's Healthy Habits. Hello. Gary said, I bet he was tripping. You're amazing. He liked the video. Yeah, he was definitely giving a good review. There was some points that he was like, you know, recommending different things I could have done, but they were super valid. Like, the method that he recommended is so much easier than the method I ended up doing, and I wish that I thought of it. But now I know for next time, if I ever have mismatched tubing sizes again, I will be using New York Dan's method, which what he recommended was using, instead of doing what I did, which was like, okay, the fuel filter was like this tiny and the fuel pump was like this big. So I put adapters and then another piece of tubing and then a bigger adapter, another piece of tubing, and then it fit. So there was like 4 hose clamps between the two, versus what he said was if you put tubing over the skinny one, cut it, put a bigger tubing over that one, basically just layer up tubing until you've built up this one to the size of the one it's going into. That hand motion out of context could be taken very differently. We're talking about fuel filters here. But that would let them, the sizes match up with only 1 hose clamp and not a bunch of bulky adapters. It also would have been way cheaper. Oh, Heather, you went, a random FPV went to Heather's stream this week. I'll have to catch one of Heather's streams. I want to come see. I'll have to turn on my notifications. It would leak? You think so? I don't know that it would be... I don't know that it would be any more leak prone to what I did right now. Right now, there's so much bulk hanging there because there's these like brass step up adapter things between, and like hella hose clamps and like extra hose that's just hanging under the van. Once in a while I have to go under there and like tuck it back in up into place. Aw, thank you, Century Science, for £2. Aw, it would be a pleasure to see you in my art streams. Thank you, lovely. I would love to come see your art stream. I hope your art streams go better than mine do. When I do an art stream, I get so distracted by the chat that I like barely paint. But it's okay. I had so many stories to tell this week. I mean, between my ear injury and the drama of Sunday with like the beard braid and me just like trying to work through my releasing process, and then getting knocked in the head on Tuesday by a big copper knob water bottle lid, and then making probably one of the weirdest videos I've ever made as this week's episode. It's been such a strange time this week. I had a lot to say, so I only got one part of the painting done, but that's okay because I'm honestly feeling called to just paint silently by myself, not on the stream. It just seems like a good way to do it. Because then when I'm on the stream, I can fully yap to my highest potential of yapping. Oh my gosh, thank you, Jerry. I mean, Gary Scarano Jerry J sent $2. Volkswagen money. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Gary. That'll help me pay Cyrus when he fixes the slave cylinder, maybe on Monday. It might happen Monday. He said the parts arrive on Monday, but I don't know that that means he's gonna like do it right on Monday. But I think it'll be sometime this week, so that's exciting. Maybe I'll be able to drive again. I've barely driven this week because I've been just like not having a van. I thank God for Cully Cat because she's been driving us places. I drove her car one time. I drove us back from her birthday party because I wanted her to be able to just like do whatever she wants to do, not worrying about like, oh, stay sober for driving. Ah, Victor, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. And thank you, Brian, for the gifts. Did you dye that shirt yourself? No, this was given to me by my roommate. I don't know who dyed it though. I think it was thrifted. So, tie-dye artist unknown. But, yeah. Like I've been saying, now that I live indoors, I want to do a tie-dye. I actually have a bunch of dye right now. I don't have the tie-dye yet because too much stuff is in the air to start that big of a project right now. Like, I don't know at any moment what is happening, and also when I'm going to Big Island to retrieve the Moonermobile, or what is happening with anything. So, but one thing I do know is that Cully Cat got me these sheets. Whoa! A big treasure chest is on my screen right now. Thank you for the treasure from, let's see who sent that. Ehren Hatch sent a loot box. Thank you for the loot box. Yeah, my oh, Gary said, I think the Volkswagen will run good and sell. Thank you. I think so too. Once it gets fixed this time, I think it will sell. I'm gonna list it for cheaper, take a good offer, and just be done with it and call it a day. Oh, thank you, Random FPV. So yeah, this is the next dye project I'm gonna do, which I might do, the camera's pointed low, which I might do, honestly, just like today. So these sheets were, these sheets were my ex's, and my sheets are all on Big Island. We were living in the van together, because I came back to help with everything after the eviction. And I didn't have my sheets because they're on Big Island, so we took sheets from his place, put them in the van, and then when he moved out of the van, he took all the bedding with him, but had not taken these. These I didn't realize were in the bottom of my closet. Thank God, because I didn't have any other sheets, so at least I had one flat sheet and one pillowcase, which, granted, I could have just gone to the store, but like it helped a lot that I happened to at least have a sheet and a pillowcase in that time that was forgotten behind in the bottom of a closet. The universe was looking out with that one, but he wants the sheets back, so Cully Cat actually was so sweet and got me some sheets. Like, it was so thoughtful. She knew that that had happened because during the confrontation Sunday, it's one of the things he addressed was like, I want my sheets back. And so she actually went and got me these sheets from Target, which was so thoughtful, and they're organic cotton. You guys know how I am about my colors. You've said I love everything to be like super colorful and like rich colors. So these sheets, I'm going to actually dye this beautiful purple, and I think that dyeing the purple over the print is gonna look super dope. Like, because there's already this like blue pattern, the purple will show perfectly on the white, of course. And then I think where the blue flowers and stuff are will end up like a darker, more cool tone purple. So I think it's gonna look really sweet. So yeah, that's a project that like I'll do maybe today or tomorrow. My only plan so far tomorrow is therapy. So looks like I'll have lots of time. I'm taking things slow and easy on myself because I've got my ear problem. But I'm super stoked that things are at least like moving, you know? Even though a lot of shit's shook up in my world and there's a lot of uncertainty and choices to be made, at least things, like, I'm still alive. Like, things are moving forward, things are developing, there's things to look forward to. Like, even on the romantic front, I've been, you know, just wondering and thinking about, like, okay, so if my mate in this life isn't this person, then who is it? And, you know, I'm getting to kind of explore what I want and starting to, like, really feel into myself. Not that I'm not like actively looking for someone right now. I'm definitely taking time to like be in my own energy and heal through the past one before I get into something else. But as I'm healing through and sitting with myself, I'm getting a more clear vision of what I would want, you know? I'm getting a more clear view of like, okay, now I know what doesn't work for me in romantic relationship. That is good information because now I have better information of what would work for me. And, you know, I know what red flags to look out for. I know what character traits are ones that I just personally can't continue on with for a long time. So I'm getting a clearer vision, you know, which is good, which is very good. What 3 traits would you want in a partner? Oh, that's hard. That's hard. Okay, I think I missed a lot of chats, so I'm just gonna check real quick. To basically see like the actual Mooner chats to make sure I didn't miss anything big. Kevin Max said baptized by a Kappa water bottle at a fire ritual, to a beard in a bush that gets buried in the sand, random oddities in the Mollyverse, and the adventure continues to well-being. Yeah, the Mollyverse is insane. Like, I don't even post about everything that happens because it's just like, some of it's so absurd. It's like, I would want the world to know because it's just like so crazy and like absurd, but some things I can just tell you guys on the live stream after the fact. I'm realizing that the live stream is like my weekly diary entry pretty much. But yeah, 3 traits that I would want in a, so I want someone who is a go-getter, like someone who's really wanting, someone who has like passion that they're pursuing that fits in with my passion in a way that we could like blossom together and set forth into a similar lifestyle. Like, ideally, whoever my next partner is has remote work that they feel passionate about, like whether they're also a content creator or if they have some other kind of online work they're doing through like the realm of online work is very wide, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. Someone who can make money remotely, not having to like be in a certain place, because I want me and my partner to just have like an open-ended like ability to be anywhere in the world. The biggest thing, honestly, is someone who's like on their growth path and like already focusing a lot on personal development and learning about interpersonal dynamics and how to make them go smoother, and like about the spirituality, and just like a very conscious individual. And I want someone that I can have fun with and be myself with, and that we have a lot of overlap in what we enjoy. Like, even down to like, if I could have someone that we have like the same music taste and like could jam together and dance together and make fun videos. Like, I just want a best friend. I just want someone to just be my life partner, you know? And we'll go take on the world together. Which it'll require, I'm doing my own self-worth. I'm doing, you know, my own self-improvement, because we get what we put out into the world. And I need to put out a better frequency so I can attract a better mate. So that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm working on. Aw, Heather Ray said, my man doesn't like my pop music, but I love his reggae and creations. Aw, I'm happy to hear you have a man that you're happy with. Hey, Gary said 311 Willow Bob Marley. Willow, she's so incredible. She is probably my favorite female music artist out there. She's got a really wide range of music. Like, she goes anywhere from like Hare Krishna to straight up punk and everything in between. She's got some reggae stuff too. She's even got some like jazz. Like, that girl has hit every genre and does them all so well. Aw, Kevin Max said, that's the best partner. Someone who supports you, holds you close, and accepts you, and moves forward with positive energies and good vibes together. Yeah, someone who accepts me, and someone who I accept too. Like, this time around, like, whoever my next person is, I'm gonna take it a lot slower, because in my last relationship, I just, like, jumped right in. We jumped right in, like, we were just like, okay, we met, and then we're like, we're together now. Wee! Like, before I didn't even know him very well before I just was, like, attached and all in. I just threw myself into it. I was like, this is the one. And then, like, it didn't end up working out, and there definitely were red flags that I ignored, and there were things about him that I didn't particularly like, but the attachment made me overlook those, and then they ended up being points of contention, which, like, me saying they were things I didn't like, I'm not saying they were like bad things. He's a great person. He's a really awesome. My ex is awesome. I'm so grateful for the time that I had with him, and so grateful for all the self-growth I found for that relationship, and like the character development that came through it. So much to be grateful for, but I know that he didn't feel fully accepted by me, and that's really unfortunate, because I want the person I love to feel fully accepted by me. But there were some things that I just, like, didn't accept about him. And as much as I tried to push through and accept those things, they're things that like, if I had gotten to know a person before I got into a relationship with them, like, maybe wouldn't have, you know? So That's why going forward into whatever my next romantic scenario is, I'm going to take my damn time. I'm gonna go so slow. I'm gonna go so slow and really feel it out before I let myself go falling in love and getting attached to people. Because that's the way to do it. Rushing into stuff doesn't do very much good. Brandon Loy said there will always be things that you don't like. Yeah, that's true. That's another thing I've been weighing out, like, throughout this whole thing, throughout this whole ordeal. I've been like, damn, I know that relationships are supposed to be tough. I know that no one's gonna be perfect, but like, at what point is it too much? And at what point is it too hard? And the 4 days alone with the cats in the van was my sign of like, this is just too much. Like, that was so overboard. That was just such a horrific time, and it wasn't even the first time it had happened. It hadn't happened with the cats before, but like, it wasn't the first time it had happened in general, of me just like being out on my own and like unable to reach him because we had some big blow up fight that takes two to tango, but then in the end I'm seen as the villain who has their number blocked and has to like beg for forgiveness, and I just can't. I'm done with that dynamic. Like, I can't be begging someone to unblock me. That's not a way to be standing in my power. So I'm not doing that. I'm just not doing that anymore. And I had to choose that for myself, and it's been so hard. It's been so fucking hard, but I know it's the right choice for my life path, so I'm pushing through the tough shit. After all the tough shit I've been through, I'm like, I can deal. It's okay. I can deal. But enough about that. Enough about that. I think, oh yeah, like, well, okay, I've asked a couple people about their stance on relationships, and people who seem like they're in happy relationships now for a long time. I do think that when you meet the right person, it is easier, because that's what a lot of people have told me. Like, there's people who say like, oh, love is hard, like love is challenging, it's gonna be tough no matter who you're with, and like, yes, there are the baseline, like trying to, especially if you're like living with your partner, you know, like two people being close comes with difficulties, because no two people are completely the same and no one's perfect, but like, it shouldn't be as hard as things were with the thing that I was, you know, trying to pursue. And a lot of other people are in really, really hard relationships thinking like, oh, love is hard, but like, it doesn't need to be that hard. Like, we can accept that love is tough sometimes, but at some point you gotta know when something's just wrong and like toxic and broken, you know? And it took me a while to learn that. I've left other relationships too, but this was the longest one I've been in my entire life. How's your nephew doing? He's probably doing really well. I haven't gotten to talk to him in a while, but I'll have to hit up him and Malit Mona and see how things are going over there. Aw, yeah. Looking at the past shadows and overcoming them will help me move forward and find joy in life. I agree, Kevin Mack. I am finding my joy. I'm stepping into my power. And I've been like, you know, researching relationships for a while now, but even though I'm single now, I'm still researching relationships. And a lot of people, like, I don't know, a lot of people are saying about like the masculine and feminine dynamics and how like women are supposed to be more like the one being chased per se, like the more natural state. Not that I completely buy into gender norms. I actually repel a lot of them. It's just something that I'm looking into for the awareness. A lot of people's stance is that women are a receiver and men are a giver, and that's like the natural balance of feminine and masculine. So I am going to step into a more feminine state of not pursuing, like, because honestly with my last relationship I was in a pursuing, like I was, when we started out, like I was already decided like, okay, I want to try and date this person. I didn't just let it come to me. So yeah, I'm just gonna be in a more divine feminine state of receiving, and I'm going to take it really slow and basically just like let people court me and decide, like I'm just shifting my mindset to see like I want to be able to view myself as like a princess basically, and let myself experience an easier, more chill, pampered life. That's why I'm living indoors now, doing more self-care, being gentle on myself, and romantically I'm gonna be like in a more receiving state. And I have seen some suitors begin to come forward already. I mean, there was suitors coming forward even when I wasn't single. So now that I am single, I'm seeing like even more suitors. I'm not entertaining anyone too much. Like I said, I'm spending time alone, but I am noticing them and, you know, paying attention and evaluating whether they would be like, you know, a good prospect or not. So yeah, that's part of what's helping me move forward, is just being really gentle on myself and slow. I'm trying to be as feminine as I can energetically. Of course, there's still, everyone's got that balance in them. Aw, thank you. Doobie Dave sent $10. Wishing you well in all of your endeavors, and if you haven't read it before, give Desiderata a read. It's a short 4-paragraph poem, but a great life guide. Desiderata? Should we actually just read it right now? You've caught my attention. Aw, Vic said there's nothing wrong wanting to be treated like a princess / special woman. Yeah, I'm realizing now that there's nothing wrong with that, and like I am gonna just be more easy on myself, and like I'm gonna have a lot higher standards on how I'll be treated. Now that's like a part of developing self-worth, is knowing what treatment you will let yourself put up with. So yeah, growing my self-esteem means like I'm only gonna accept princess treatment. Okay, Desiderata by Max Ehrmann. Do you guys want to hear this? It's a short read. Perfect. Okay, we're gonna read this. I've got it pulled up on my laptop. We're reading Desiderata. This is the original text from the book where Desiderata was first published. Go placidly amid the noise and the haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence, as far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even to the dull and the ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. Vexatious, that's a new word. I'm actually going to look up. Just so I make sure I'm fully absorbing this information. Vexatious is an adjective meaning annoying, troublesome, or causing frustration. Irritating, causing minor anger or worry. Like the fucking Volkswagen. Very vexatious beast. Okay. If you compare yourself with others, you may become vain or bitter. For always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and everywhere life is full of heroism. Be yourself, especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. I'm surrendering my things of youth, because honestly, most of my things of youth are baggage. The youthfulness I'm keeping is my creativity and free will and whimsy. The rest of it, gone. Standing in my power of being a full-grown woman now. Which there's more to read of this, but I am liking to check in the chat halfway through. To be vexed. Annoying, troublesome, and causing frustration. Yep, pretty much the same as the one. Jason asked, where's the Volkswagen? Yep, it's at a friend's property waiting to get fixed. Yeah, I am going for an old-fashioned vibe, Kevin. Courting, suitors, yeah. Does the new place have a parlor for the gentleman to come over and have a visit? I mean, kinda. The front room is really pretty. I don't think I'm gonna have suitors, like, come to the house now. I more so was thinking I would just, like, see them out in public and take things really, really, really slow. You know? Summary: stay away from unstable people. That's kind of what I'm gathering. That's kind of what I'm gathering too. I mean, it's saying like avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. Enjoy your achievements is something that I'm having to keep reminding myself. I'm like, I've made it really far. Where I am right now is what I've been working to for years, so I need to slow down and enjoy it instead of just being like continually pushing and grinding for the next thing. Like, I'm in a good place right now. I have a spot to live. I have enough money to pay for that spot to live and my food and a couple plane tickets, and that's all I need. I can just keep making videos, keep healing myself, keep expanding my world, and like Victor Kreitner said, play hard to get. I'm gonna just have to play hard to get for a while, because we can't give everybody access to our energy. We need to protect our energy, actually, and like be discerning on who we let in, because once someone's close to you and then you find out that you're not a good match, it's harder to diverge. So we're going real slow, real slow. And I'm actually meeting other women who go slow too. Like Kali Kat introduced me to our friend Dasha, and she is taking it super. She's an inspiration of mine. I'm like, wow, her and her, I don't know, I guess her boyfriend have been on like so many dates and hung out so much. He takes her out to these nice dinners all the time, and like is like really just like chivalrous and sweet to her, and they haven't even kissed, and it's been like a while. And I think that like with all the stuff I've been reading, that is the way to weed out the guys who will like really care for you and like be patient with you and truly want to understand you and like truly put in the work. Because I mean, if they're putting in that much work before you've even like given much to them, to me that weeds people out. That's the method. That's why women wait and take things slow. Like, that's one of the reasons. So I'm like, I need to listen to all of these women who came before me and have written books about this shit, because obviously what I've been doing wrong. Because here I am, single again. Kevin said sell both vans and chill for a while. Yeah, that's something I've been considering too. Like, but I do love the Moonermobile and like do want to do a lot of projects to it. But who knows? I could just go to Big Island and sell it. I'm going to California in October. That could just be the kickoff of doing a bunch of stuff. You know? Could just travel a bunch and have no vans at all. But then Van on the Moon will be like, that would be the death of Van on the Moon. So I'm still trying to decide. But let's finish reading this. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe no less than the trees and the stars. You have the right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whether you conceive him be, whatever you conceive him to be, and whatever your labors and aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace in your soul. With all its sham drudgery and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Max Ehrman. Well, there it is. That is Desiderata, the original text. And it's pretty solid advice. Oh, thank you, Tommy Renino is a new mooner. Welcome to the channel, a new official mooner. It's all about romanticism. Slowly create the moment where the fireworks will eventually happen. Yes, romanticism. I wasn't super privy to romance in my life up until, you know, fairly recently. So now I actually know, like, slow courting, having a high self-worth, and knowing what I want and don't want. I would say I more so know what I don't want than what I do want, but knowing what you don't want is the first step to knowing what you do want. So I'm on track. Aw, Molly, you have not been doing anything wrong. Don't buy that mindset. You're living. Remember in the Mollyverse, the baby bots, they share, they learn, they sync. Yes, it's true. Everything, like this said, whether or not it's clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Everything's falling into place as it should. It's just, like, I'm having to really, really trust the universe here, and that's why I'm in a house right now, just like staying put and letting things fall into place. Buy rural, inexpensive land in California. I don't know. I really like being in the islands, like the beaches here. But then again, I haven't went to SoCal in a while. I mean, I went, but not to the beach. I need to find a place with good beaches. I can't be without the ocean too long. And the ocean where I lived in California, like when I was living in Santa Cruz, it was fucking cold. I would still get in, but like I couldn't go for the long swims that I do here. Thank you, Victor. Have a good week. Take care. Any plans for your room, or is it perfect now? I mean, there's still plans. I still need to get a plant. I want to get a pothos vine. Here, let me... I want to get a pothos vine for the shelf above my bed. So there's like vines hanging over my bed. I'm gonna dye and switch out the sheets because I need to give those sheets back. So like that's definitely a plan. This big art piece I did needs to hang properly. It's not actually hung properly right now, like flatly. Oh my gosh, Rodney's here and sent $50. Rodney, it's so good to see you in the chat. Thank you for the $50, by the way. Oh my goodness. He said, I've been busy, question mark. Well, I hope you've been having fun. I hope you've had a good time. We've been busy over here too. I live inside now. I don't know if you've seen the news, but I have a room. Yeah, crazy talk. Yeah, well, Rod, big money. Yeah, Rodney is a big supporter of the channel. Hardcore Mooner. We love Rodney. He has one of my art pieces. He has the lunar birth piece, I think. Oh, or this. He either has the lunar birth piece or the creatures of craft piece. And then Vu has the other one. How am I forgetting which of you has which? I think Vu has creatures of craft. Rodney has the lunar birth piece. I got a new hat at Goodwill because my straw hat is at Mullet Mona's house still. So I got this at Goodwill for $4 and I love it. Also, earlier I had read it and forgot to say anything. Heather Ray said she would watch even if I don't have the Vans. And I appreciate you saying that because, like, van life was really fun and a cool adventure and it sparked so much personal growth, but it's not the end all be all for me. I am growing out of it. Like, genuinely am growing out of it to where I want to be a worldwide person, not just bound to a van. And, like, you know, if I shipped the van to the continent, then okay, I can explore the whole continent, but I'd have to still fly to the islands and, like, still fly to any other countries I want to go to. So instead of being a van person, ideally I would like to be an airplane person, but I still kind of want like a home base, which is why having like home base be Maui seems like a pretty good idea right now. Keep the Volkswagen as a car? Fuck no. If I'm not, the only reason that the Volkswagen would be useful as it stands is because I could at least also live in it. But like now I have somewhere else to live, so like I would want a vehicle that works and takes less gas. So yeah, to me the most ideal scenario is to just have the Moonermobile on Maui and Maui be the one home base and the Moonermobile be what I drive and can still go camping in, you know? Though the Moonermobile itself isn't perfect either. It has some stuff it needs worked on. It's also not four-wheel drive, so who knows? Who knows? Who the fuck knows? I don't, that's for sure. We're just letting the universe play. We're just letting the universe piece everything together. Jeff needs some acknowledgement. It's not as much about the money. I read comments that don't have money also, obviously. But maybe whatever you commented, I just didn't feel like saying. Oh, okay, now I see. Jeff had said, hello from Cleveland, Tennessee. I hate to break it to you, but I don't say hello to every single person who says hello, because then it would be only if I said hello to every single person who entered the chat, the stream would only consist of me saying hello over and over again. So sometimes I do just brush past people's comments. Has this really been since 10:10? Yeah, I mean, kind of. The episode was like 20 minutes, so 20 minutes was the video premiere, and then since then, I've been on this stream for 173 minutes. So yeah, almost 3 hours. I think we went 3 hours last week too. What else am I doing today? I'm enjoying hanging out on the stream, so like, why not? Did you do your website yourself? Yes. Yes, I did. And I made all the videos on it. I have been getting a lot of questions about that recently because my website's getting a lot more attention and a lot of people are impressed. And I'm like, okay, little does everyone know that I haven't changed my website in 3 years. Yeah. So, I mean, I've made small adjustments and like added pages, but as far as like the format and the vibe and the aesthetic of it, I made that all without AI. now you can build a website that looks as cool as mine way easier, but like I put in work, guys, because I did this pre-AI era. Where do you like to wear your hat? On my head, of course. No, I'm playing. I like to wear it like if I know I'm gonna be at the beach for a long time, especially is when I like a hat, because to protect my face from the sun. This hat actually has a wide enough brim that if I'm standing, if I'm just like arms straight down, the brim actually, if the sun is zenith to me, the brim can actually protect my whole body with this one because it's so big. Your aloe care is very interesting. Yeah, interesting is one thing to call it. I honestly don't know how I'm feeling about this week's video. Honestly, as I watched it again this morning, was having second thoughts as soon as everyone was automatically thinking it was gonna be like a thirst trap video. Since everyone thought it was gonna be a thirst trap, then I was questioning myself. I'm like, well, should I just have made it a thirst trap? Because it's more embarrassing that it's not a thirst trap. Because it's just super fucking dorky. But it's fine, it's fine. It's already posted. I'm not one to like go deleting stuff, so there it is. That was this week's episode. And I don't know what's gonna be next week's episode. I don't know if there is gonna be an episode next week. I'm just trying to be really, really gentle on myself. So yeah, just so you know, I don't know if there's gonna be a full-length video this week. I'm not gonna commit myself to that because I might have to do a lot of stuff this week. Fix the Volkswagen, return these sheets and deal with whatever unfolds from that. Figure out what to do with my other van and start my Patreon. I just want to hide from the world. Would you do a video about all the food you eat in the week? You know, that's actually not a bad idea. People do like those. I don't have a super solid... I don't have a super solid like meal routine right now to show. Like honestly, when I was van lifing, I had a pretty solid routine because I would just like go buy salads all the time, and that was like my go-to. Salads and fish and chips. I was eating out all the time basically. I would go grab breakfast, have my day, and then I'd grab either salad or fish and chips for lunch, and then I don't eat much, so I would eat like half of that, and then I'd eat the other half for dinner. And that's what I ate all week, was various different salads and fish and chips type stuff. So what I eat in a week would not be like all the cute like health influencer chicks who are like, I made a papaya yogurt bowl for breakfast, and then I made curry lentils for lunch, and then I made kale quinoa salad for dinner. I'm like, no, I had a donut for breakfast and fish and chips for lunch and dinner. And that's the life of, you know, Molly Eichenberger. I'm eating a lot differently right now because I'm staying with Cully Cat and she eats quite differently. So it's, I also can't like drive anywhere, so I'm not just like driving and getting salads from the salad place. But we've been eating good. Cully Cat's a great cook and she enjoys cooking, so she's been making most of the dinners. Kevin Max said that's a winning formula on YouTube for massive views and meets the YouTube guidelines. Yeah, honestly, having the aloe video be like expected to be a thirst trap probably will end up getting more clicks. I mean, I would hope. If that's the way people are looking at it, I'm hoping it's at least getting views for it. And then it won't get taken down from YouTube because it is indeed not a thirst trap. Oh, thank you, the mush bag. Thank you. The mush bag live. Whoa. Sent 279 Canadian. I'm shouting you out on my live. Here, have money. That's so sweet. I feel like I'm seeing that really late. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, the mush bag. I'm so behind, but I see it now, and thank you. I wonder if the mush bag is live right now. Like, does that mean that my live is showing on his live? And so the people on his live saw me not see the super chat? So someone said, some bad AI here, dude, work harder. I'm a real human, and I can prove it the way I've proven it before. Could an AI do this? I don't think so. AI can barely make hands, and so I've developed this as my evidence that I am not AI. I'm a real human here on Maui, in my room, with 5 fingers. Yeah, I am real. Chodass. Great username, by the way. Chodass is the one who said, bad AI here. Yeah, now he believes me. I'm a real girl. You look conceited. I actually want us to look up. I want to look up the definition of conceited to see if you're right or not. I know the general definition, but I want to see exact what people are claiming me to be who don't know me. Conceited means having too high of an opinion of your own looks, abilities, or importance. Similar words include arrogant, vain, and stuck up. It describes someone who lacks humility and thinks they are better than everyone else. I don't think that's very true. I think that the way I value myself and view myself is on par with how I'm existing as. Which, interestingly enough, saying someone looks conceited can't really be a thing, because conceited isn't an adjective of what someone would look like. It's a judgment of you thinking they value themselves more than you would value them. But I am bringing my self-worth and self-esteem to higher levels than before. So I'll take being conceited as a compliment. Being conceited is better than having low self-worth and no self-confidence. Especially in the business that I'm pursuing of being an internet personality of sorts and an worldwide artist. You gotta have that self-confidence. That's true. Having better food will probably help with the healing. I haven't eaten yet today, and it's 1:37 where I am in the world, which is in Hawaii, so I'll probably go have some breakfast soon. Aw, thank you, Heather, for always being so sweet. Yeah, I think that it's about time to get off this stream, get some food in my belly, and maybe dye some bed sheets, or maybe just journal and meditate on whether I should ship the Moonermobile here or not this week. I could, if I wanted to, I could literally fly there on Tuesday and have the Moonermobile on a boat by Wednesday. Like, truly, if I wanted to, that could be what happens. I'm so happy that we did the stream today, and even though I didn't get as much painting done as I thought I would, we did make progress. Whoops, so the tripod tipped over. I love how the durian came out. And yeah, there's still much more to do on this, so I probably will have some silent painting time to myself, but thank you everyone who came out to hang out on our weekly Mooner live stream. I'm so grateful for this online community during a time when so much of my life is falling apart and there's so much uncertainty. I at least know I always have the Mooners, and at any moment I can turn on a YouTube live stream and not be alone. So thank you all for that. I really like find a sense of stability in my life through this community, and I hope you guys do the same. Every Saturday, same time, same place, you can come be here with the Mooners, and there'll probably be some random shit happening, but that's just life. We're just here to vibe. We all came here to planet Earth to share our experiences, make art, interact with other humans, and figure out what the fuck it means to be alive. Oh, thank you, Mars, so much for the $5. Shout out to Mars. Been an OG Mooner since day one. It's gonna be 3 weeks to paint the desk. Yeah, we're already on week 2 and I'm not done. That's why, honestly, I think since this is such a big surface to be painting, I'll probably do quite a bit off stream. I have a bunch of videos piled up in my camera roll too that I haven't posted that needed to get out. I'm just gonna get some shit sorted out. It's been a crazy week, so today and tomorrow I'm gonna be so easy on myself, and I hope all of you are super easy on yourself. Let yourself relax. Just let yourself relax and give in to existing and accept that everything in your life is just as it should be in this moment. So yeah, I love you all. Mooners, keep on mooning. And until next time,